EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
17 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Now 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Nix to the air. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10.
Give up the middle to Dobbins. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Now it's Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Chiefs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that one caught by Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. A give right side for Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
Brings up second and 9.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, it's Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's another Kansas City first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. These two teams all tied after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and goal, Kansas City.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Pacheco diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing Nix. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Courtland Sutton, 74 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now Mahomes.
The 44-yard line.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. They'll run here with Pacheco. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Pacheco. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to... And he's in! Touchdown! Kansas City! Isaiah Pacheco with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Dances by him. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught. Royals with it. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The visitors' offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
On play action, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
To throw is Nix.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Solid stiff arm.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Nix.
A short throw to Ingram. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
Nix to the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
This is Pacheco. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
2 yards to go, second down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
Ray Greenlaw on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up third and less than a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Chiefs, first down.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Mahomes going to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy
From 3 yards out.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The score, Chiefs
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Twisting away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Nix. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
At the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Marvin Mims,
43 yards.
and the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14-6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's into space, pass for 25.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. That's complete left side to Worthy.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the outlet. And caught up. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
They'll look to throw.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Mahomes to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Their coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They